Welcome, love Mae C to Champagne and Conversations. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have the songstress, the beautiful voice of Love Mae C with us this afternoon, evening on Champagne and Conversations. And listen, we should have just had you to sing us in as opposed to listening to the track.
Yes, that's my jam too. Dive
Fe-
in for
Feel
sure.
free, feel free to give us a little bit of that. We're here for it.
And coming soon, coming soon.
Mhm. Yes, anytime you decide you want to do that, just go right ahead. We'll get quiet for you. So thank you for joining us from Kansas City. Yes?
Yes, Kansas City,
Okay.
Missouri.
Yes. So, guys, we love to talk about new music, and we have Love Macy here. And congratulations to you, your song Dive In, which is super dope, and it's streaming on all platforms.
Yeah, on all stream platforms. We have a music video out right now as well, so check that out.
Yes, and congratulations. It has been featured on Bel Air, and that episode aired on the 16th of March. So, congratulations to you on that. And that's not your only on the Bel Air.
Yeah, I actually have a song called Go, which was on the last season. That was on the ninth episode of that first season. So that was exciting. Having my latest single out right now that's on there right now.
Absolutely. Congratulations to that. So, when you get that call, what is that like?
Um, it's when the first time it happened, it was exciting. I was just really ecstatic. This was a big opportunity. Scoring has always been something that I've been passionate about. Movie music and sound is something that it creates, an environment. So to be a part of, a scene, to be a part of a basically an episode that really tells a story. It's cool. It's awesome. So I was like, yeah, like what do we need to do? I called everybody that was a part of the record and just let them know, about making sure everybody's registered and good so we can make sure our business is good and we can get to that point.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that. Now, do you write your music or is someone writing with you?
So this record was produced by originally produced by One Bounce, a producer from here. I already wrote the words of the song. But we definitely had other musicians that came into the studio and laid down some cool stuff that we got to executive produce and put all together. So it was we had actually
a family affair.
like about 6 musicians involved with writing this song. So it was really cool.
Yes. So is that your vibe? Like you really prefer more of a live experience as opposed to just the traditional track? Is that what you're after in terms of your sound?
That is where I started.
Okay.
From performing live, like especially here in Kansas City, you have gigs that you're always performing live. You're, with musicians, different venues. So I always took that to the studio and when, creating the songs. Right now, with developing my sound, like, really tapping into, just the sonics of, overall sound, from live sound to recording in the studio. So it's been an experience to also developing that as well.
Yes. And so speaking of live, you have a live session with the song Sunshine, and that is dope. I'm like, I'm such a fan of live music anyway, and I love instruments. No, I can't play any of them, but I love them. So just to hear Sunshine, it was just so refreshing to listen to that. Now, was that an experience that you had that you were singing about, or it was just something they put together?
It every day I think about that song almost, because I really, when I wrote that song, I was talking about temptation, and I was just talking about like the way of the world and how it can, move us into the wrong direction, basically, if we're not,
Mm-hmm.
paying attention. It's talking about like the wet streets cry sunshine every day, because of, the holy water is getting stronger and all this stuff. It's just like little details in there. It was an experience writing, because I was in church actually learning about the story of Bathsheba,
Okay.
and she was on the rooftop, and she was basically luring what's his name? I can't even remember the story right now, but basically I'm talking about, but how he fell for the temptation and how it destroyed his home. And so I just try to implement that with my daily life, and just like learning how to, be discerned about everywhere I go, everywhere I put myself into. I have a daughter, so I do have to make sure I'm steering
Yeah.
the right direction, trying
Yeah.
my
Focus
best,
on
So
intentional.
yeah,
Yes.
very intentional. And so that song, I love that song because I feel like I get to speak my truth, and
Yes.
just like, teaching others what I've been through myself, for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I really do. Now, poetry, is that one of the your pastimes? Is that something that you enjoy?
That's how I started. Yeah,
Okay.
I love writing. Writing is just like how I was able to communicate as a kid. So,
Okay.
um, being able to just, write down how I feel. Um, I think a seventh grade teacher was the person that, or it was my seventh grade teacher that taught me that I was actually writing something. Like I'm actually writing a song, or I'm doing this. Like, because at first I thought I was just writing. You're just
Mhm.
just jotting things down, and when you're being taught like, oh, this is a thing, you're like, oh yeah, okay,
This is art.
I'm gonna
It's
keep
a
doing.
way to express yourself. Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah,
that's super cool that they poured into you to allow for you to expand in that space. And then look at you now. That
yeah.
is amazing to be able to do it. So now I always have to ask this question, and you mentioned you have a daughter, so you'll get it. But what is your favorite out of the music that you've done so far?
Oh man.
I know it's like picking a kid.
That's a hard question, because
Yeah.
out of all the songs, I mean, I love all of them. Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I would say Black Girl Lullaby or Into Dive In would probably be my favorite. Black Girl Lullaby is actually talking about my daughter.
okay. All
Uh,
right.
and then Dive In was just that experience that I got to finally take charge of my music and executive produce. So, um, but Black Girl Lullaby was, every time I play that song or every time I perform that, like it immediately catches people. Like they're like, hold on, who are you talking about? Who is that? I love that sample, everything. So yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
Black Girl Magic.
But yeah, it's Black Girl. We talking about Black Girl Magic, but the reason why I wanted to call it Black Girl Lullaby is because we always see the magic,
Mhm.
but sometimes we don't see the story. Uh,
Okay.
so this was just like the story of that Black Girl Magic.
Nice. Now, you well, my one of my favorites is Anxious. So as much as
Fair enough.
I like I like Anxious. So I just think that like I can't wait to hear like your entire album, and you're actually working on that now.
Yeah. And
Yes.
it's funny that you say anxious, because anxious is that sound that is not the live sound, but it's the sound like that sonic, like, you know, you have those different beat patterns, you have the keys, you have, you know, that good bass in there, and it's super simple. And that's what like I'm working on right now, is like combining that live and then the, you know, the that feeling, that vibe together. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, because Anxious is that song that everybody was like, who is that? Yeah.
Yes, and exactly, that's exactly what I was introduced by. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, we are talking to Love with apostrophe, Mae C with a period. We like the period. That means you got to stop and pay attention to this young lady, and songstress, soulful, neo soul. Check her out. All streaming platforms. She has so many nice tracks out right now and working on an album. When do you anticipate that will be ready?
In fall.
Okay. Yes, I can't wait because I really love neo soul. Like I'm into all of it, from music to Erica Badu to Jill Scott. I mean, just everybody, you know, that lies in that space. I mean, and there's so many. Um, and there are even some others like Yuna and some others that we don't always hear there. I mean, because even LMA to me kind of taps into that space as well, but your voice just mixes there so nicely. And then that poetic piece that you offer, it gives us like a story, and then it gives us like moments, and you can just sit and listen and enjoy it. And so it's like a conversation without having one. Um, and I like that. Yeah, of course, we love conversations on here, but we can take a break sometimes and just indulge in the music. So I really enjoy your entertainment. I enjoy your music, and I am excited for you to roll out your album. And I can't wait to see you live. Where are you going? Have you planned that yet?
Well, finishing and completing the album, my anticipation is to have a tour, and
Yeah.
to, you know, be able to get from the west to the east coast.
Yeah.
Right before the pandemic happened, we were doing a tour, so, you know, I'm trying to finish this album so we can get back out there and get it going, turning it up.
Absolutely. Now, do you want to do US or you want to do abroad? Both? What are you thinking?
I would love to go international first.
Yeah.
Low key, like I've traveled the US, and, you know, I've definitely been able to, you know, independently put myself in spaces. And I just feel like my music right now is just at the level I can just go straight international and just let the people know out in the US we working.
That's it. That's it. That's the vibe you need. That's the energy you need, because it'll tap it. Yeah, they'll tap in for sure. Now, who would you like to work with collab wise if you had an opportunity?
Oh, everybody. It would be a low key, like, I'm so serious. When I tell you I want to be in like every space at that level that I truly believe I belong in. And I would love to you know, do hit a record with Kendrick Lamar. He just has that poetic storytelling,
Yeah,
you know.
thought conscious. Hmm.
I feel like I got a good hook for him, you know, that we could just really vibe to.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, as far as writing, I would say,
Writing, singing, any of it.
dang, not, yeah, what is his name? I can't even think. But when I say anybody, would be awesome. Like, I can't wait till I start getting phone calls. Like, I want to work with you. So that's energy and goals.
Energy and goals. Could you sing the alphabet for us?
Yes, I can. Okay. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V WXYZ. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Wow.
Next time.
That's so cool. Thank you so much. We just love the impromptu. I just wanted to see if you were gonna do that.
That's a good challenge. Like, ABCs, if you can vibe with the ABCs. As a matter of fact, Lil Wayne and Drake had a song that Lil Wayne was rapping the ABCs, and I was like, yes. If I can sit here and listen to you rap the ABCs, then we're good.
Good. Now we just added we added an interlude to your
Right.
album, the ABC. Yes.
Right.
Just shout out Champagne and Conversations for collabing with that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Conversations for putting me on
To the ABCs, because that's gonna take you to the top.
very top. Listen,
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much for that. Musical influences, who would they be?
I would definitely start off with Prince. Michael Jackson was definitely that person that just like lit up your world,
Absolutely.
music.
Yes,
Whitney Houston gave you
absolutely.
something to listen to, like, and cry to, and just like, okay, this is the bar. Like, this is like, I don't think I've literally found any voice better than that voice.
Yeah.
It was literally sent from the heavens. Um, I would say Sade for sure. Sade, Rihanna. I love the way she just took over and was super unapologetic as just a human in general. Um, but yeah, those are my people.
Good
I have a
people.
lot more, but
Good inspiration.
the,
Yeah.
those are the ones right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And since you mentioned writing and you have that poetic side, then who would be your influences in that?
Sheesh. Babyface.
Really?
Yeah, like
Okay.
he's written some of the biggest, like, when I realized that it was him writing, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, Tony Braxton has a You Mean the World to Me. Like, that's one of my favorite songs to just writing wise, just it just feels good if you really can sing along, it's
Yeah.
just that 90s hit. But Babyface just had that, you could hear a story, plus you could just sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the melodies and everything.
Yeah, just artistry. Yeah, super dope humans working together to bring that magic, right?
Right.
That magic that you sing about in your music. I think that is just such a special place now because music is just living on purpose at this time. It's they say universal language. I've added it as the sixth language, if you will, of love languages. I think it's the sixth language in that respect. So it's so exciting to just watch it evolve. And, we're tapping into what we used to listen to and bringing in what new music we love. And then you have that kind of mix of the old soul with some sultry new vibe, especially with the sound. So it's special. I think that you're really doing some amazing work here. And I'm excited for the project. Shout out to Gina, your team, part of your team, for even connecting us and sharing you with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Having me for like, I was excited. I was like, okay, bet, let's go. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, because I believe this is the first of your conversations thus far.
Yes.
Yes, so we are excited to have you as an exclusive for now. We'll share you later, but for now, we have Love Mae C with us, and we love it. We keeping you as fam. We want to stay updated on all of your concerts and your new music releases, and we'll continue to cheer you on, Bel Air, all the
Yeah.
amazing things that you have going on. Now, also, please share your social media with us and your merch. You have some really dope merch as well.
Yeah, you can find me on all social media at She Is Love Macy. She is LOVEMAEC. And my merchandise is on my website lovemacy.com. Yeah, I'm all over Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I love interacting with my people, so hit me up. I love it. I'll
Yes.
be back.
Yes. And so if you had to say something to your young self about where you are today, what would you tell yourself?
I am super proud of you for sticking with the dream that you've always had, for sure.
Yes,
Keep
that is
going. Don't
keep.
quit.
We love it and we appreciate you taking time to spend with us. And like I said, we will continue to watch it's so much music, guys. I can't even give you all of it, but the one we came in on, Dive In, is on all streaming platforms. So please check it out. Love Mae C. Please check her out. And when she comes to whether it's your country or your city, wherever, please go and support this young lady because it is amazing music. Love Mae C, thank you so much for joining Champagne and Conversations this evening, afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you so
Yes,
much. And I can't wait to fill you guys in for with more stuff coming up soon.
yes, thank you so much. Hang with us. We'll take you out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, let Love Mae C.